I told you, speak to Sestak. He's at our headquarters in the converter in South Abessa.
I've joined a faction.
And I hope this brings you strength.
The Berserkers' rejection of technology is strange, but they have a vision for the future of Magalan that gives them purpose.
That connects them to us. But they fear the Alps since we split from them, and that means they have no trust for separatists. Do you have anything else to report?
The equipment I have should be good enough to take on the Alps in Adan.
I knew you would find the tools you needed to survive. Do you have anything else to report?
The equipment I have found will have to do the job.
Yes, you have done well. Your preparation should have made you ready to take the next step. But what you have achieved so far will not make you strong enough to challenge Calyx.
Assign someone to complete his mission.
He will be hard to replace. There aren't many Albs with his skills.
You were right to kill him. The directive only allows one outcome for failure.
Are you saying I was wrong to assign him?
Failure cannot be tolerated. Get this right before their failure becomes yours.
Spoken like a true Alexitor, Jax.
I am no Alexitor. The hybrid has yet to call me for that honor.
It can only be a matter of time before he summons you to him. You bring our father honor. I am honored to be your brother.
Honor the hybrid. Serve the hybrid.
I will not dishonor you. I will ensure this Alb's failure does not reflect on us.
Though you aren't strong enough to face Calyx, you are ready for the next steps you need to take. In terms of our alliance, I will ensure that our soldiers do not cause you any problems, unless you show signs of reverting to your old allegiance to Zekor. More than that, I cannot offer you right now. We can trade or offer advice for now, but our forces must remain ready to fight Zekor.
That is as I expected.
You have done well, but you should be cautious in your plans. You are not strong enough to challenge an Alexitor like Calyx, but I can tell you how to get closer to achieving your goal. One of my agents has reported that the rebel Alexitor Zardom is hiding in northeastern Abessa. He has established a hidden base there while the Ice Palace is searching for him. As he too is now sought by the hybrid, perhaps he will help you. You should find him and tell him your purpose. I am sure he can advise you how to take on the Alexitors without fighting your way through an army to do it. Although you will have to decide whether he can be trusted.
An Alexitor would never betray his own.
His loyalty is only to himself. You will see that in time.
Why have you left a former Alexitor alive? If he hasn't joined you, couldn't he be a threat?
I don't know what he is. He was a loyal Alexitor, and yet he has run from Zekor. That is why I sent you. Partly for your own business, but also to learn his intentions.
So I'm the bait?
Zardom is an outcast like you, but we don't know whether he still possesses his ELEX abilities. He has shown no interest in joining us. Perhaps he will talk to you. Maybe you can discover what powers he still has, and how he intends to use them.
And if he kills me, that won't be a great loss for you.
You will benefit from talking to him, and we will know what we have to do, if he should ever stand against us. It's mutually convenient.
Why should Zardom help me?
We suspect Zardom plans to end his exile and return to Zakor to lead the Alps. In his own way, he always was loyal to our people, but he doubts the hybrid. Zardom harks back to the days before the hybrid took over. He believes the Alps will evolve, that they are superior. He fears the hybrid has subverted those causes for his own ends. Put yourself into Zardom's service. Tell him that you want to fight the hybrid together. Your reputation will mean that he has to take notice of you.
What is in the hybrid's mind? Surely the infallible must know of my survival. And yet here I am, living, breathing, in contradiction of the directive. The hybrid's will commands. All ELEX must be given to the hybrid. All loyalty, all duty must be to the hybrid. For the hybrid sees all. So, why has he permitted me to live? Am I still part of his plan? Or did he send me to die at the hands of my brother? Before the crash, I saw everything clearly. The hybrid's will answered everything. Now, I have only one route to answers. I must find Calyx.
fucking bastard. Come here, you! You won't prove a challenge. Are you looking for trouble?
Does this to animals. Can you imagine what it will do to you? Look after your DNA.
No, I'm not good enough for that.
often meet other people here. So, do you want to tell me who you are and where you came from? Abessa or Ignadon?
From Abessa.
Really? Tell me, did you happen to come across a suggester called Raynor during your travel? He's out there searching for new recruits and was supposed to report here. But we've gone through an entire cycle here and haven't heard from him. So, have you seen Raynor?
Yes.
Really? You know what he's been doing out there for so long?
Like you said already, he's looking for new recruits.
Good to know. Thank you for the information. So, with that out of the way, what brings you here?
What are you doing?
Force recon. We're making sure the Albs don't try to attack Ignadon through Abessa. Well, we were, but we just lost one of our odds posts to Reavers. So the question is, do we stay or do we go? Until our commander decides if we're taking the post back or hightailing it home, our mission is on hold.
Who are you?
My name is Egon. I'm a cleric legate from Ignadon, loyal to the horses, unlike the other clerics here in Abessa. I mean, if the ones in the domed city would lend a hand, end of problem.
Why won't the clerics here help you?
The clerics in the domed city haven't been true clerics for some time now. They've started believing Abessa is a state. I've heard they're even letting Albs into their city. We're trying to protect Magalan from Albs, and they're busy setting up house with them.
Sounds like you don't get along too well with them. The Reavers have been cleared out of your observation post.
Good work. You should report that to Albert. The fueling station was supposed to be his outpost after all. I'll see you around.
I found a detonator at the fueling station.
Now that you should give back to Albert. He needs it.
What are you doing out here so far from Edan? Spying for the warlords, are you? Come to cast some of your ELEX magic?
Our magic is based on mana, not on ELEX.
I'll take your word for it. Whatever makes it work, I'm guessing the Berserkers are no friends of the Reavers. If so, I could do with your help.
Why are you here?
Force recon. We're keeping an eye on what's going on here in Abessa. We can't match the Albs for numbers, but if we can predict where they'll attack, then we can focus our forces where they are needed and make them pay. If we bloody their noses, it'll buy us time.
What do you mean, buy you time?
So we'll stop them here before they can reach Ignadon. If all else fails, we'll draw them here and then blow the dam. Water will hit the Albs with the force of Kalan's fist, leaving none behind.
Won't flooding Abessa kill innocent people?
This is a war for the soul of Magalan. We must sacrifice the few for the many, then so be it. We cannot allow ourselves to be weak in the face of this enemy.
What's the problem with the Reavers?
Beyond their normal raiding, well, one of their raids has put a hole in our plans. You see, the explosives on the dam need to be triggered by 2 key-coded detonators, so as to prevent any accidents. Problem is that in one of their raids, the Reavers got their hands on the 2nd detonator. Until we get it back, we can't trigger the dam.
What happens if the Reavers detonate the bombs?
They can't. Like I said, it takes both detonators to blow the dam, and they've only got one. Right now, neither of us can trigger the explosives. They caught us by surprise. A mass attack on one of our positions. In the panic, the detonator got left behind.
Do the Reavers know what they have?
I doubt it. They probably would have tried to ransom it to us. It's probably on the table, exactly where it was left. At least for now. So, we have to figure out how we can force the Reavers out of our fueling station so we can recapture the detonator. And we have to do it before the Albs attack, or they discover our plan.
Do you have a plan of attack?
Yes, but I'm more concerned about what happens after it. We've only got 6 clerics to man 2 monitoring posts. 3 on each side of the dam. We can attack, but I can't afford to take any casualties.
Where are these Reavers located?
As far as we know, they're still at the fueling station. I've not seen them leave those ruins since they took them. We were using it as a monitoring post until we were overrun. It's across there, at the other side of the dam.
What would you pay me if I could solve your problem?
Wouldn't knowing you've helped the free people of Abessa be enough? No? Well, there will be plenty of loot to be gained from the Reavers. That should be encouragement enough.
What sort of loot?
Well, they're Reavers. They must have collected loot for themselves. That's what they do.
I'll take care of the Reavers for you.
Do you really think you can take them all on? Well, if you think you can take them on, then I wish you luck. Will you join us on this attack? With you along, I know we can do this.
Yes. Let's begin the attack.
Let's go. Follow me. Let's take out these damn Reavers. We'll be fighting in a tight space, so watch for crossfire. You don't want to hit any friendlies. Remember, these Reavers care nothing for your lives, so show no quarter. We fight for Galan. We fight for Ignadon. We fight for Magalan. Get ready. We're almost there.
The Reavers are all dead.
The land must have been watching over us today. We will send a message to Ignadon. Hopefully this time they'll send us the reinforcements we need. If we can hold these monitoring posts, we can hold Abessa. Take anything you find on the Reavers. You've earned it.
I found the detonator.
And you've brought it?
Yes. Here it is.
Thank you. You could just have stopped the Alps from invading Ignadon. As long as we can keep it safe this time.
You should keep it on you at all times.
Yes, I think you've got a point. We should hold the future safe.
traveler. Welcome, welcome. Come and rest at our fire and share your news.
What is this place? Are you mining minerals here?
Well, you could say that. In the broadest sense, my friend. In the broadest sense.
Are you in charge around here?
Leaders, leadership. Who is in charge? Always complex issues, those, aren't they? Are you looking for something specific out here in the wild?
What exactly are you all doing here?
Everything necessary to survive in this harsh land. But then, I suppose I should ask you why you care about what we're doing.
Isn't it dangerous up here?
There's certainly enough to keep us busy, but we manage to get by. Although, that said, one of my men has gone missing. He went out on a job, and he hasn't reported back for several days now. You haven't heard anything about him, have you? We are starting to worry, you see.
Your missing man. What's his name?
His name is Ray. He comes across as an idiot, but underneath that, he is a crafty old dog. You'd remember if you'd met him. He likes to talk so he can listen to himself.
Ray is a pretty popular man.
Ah, so you have heard of him.
You aren't the first person I've met who's looking for him.
Oh, has he got himself in trouble? That would explain why he's missing. What's he gone and done now? You don't happen to know where he is. It would be good to find him before trouble catches up with him.
Ray is a wanted man.
Is that a fact? Well, Ray is no blank sheet. I'm not surprised he's got himself into trouble again.
Drop the act. You know about the contract that's been taken out on him.
Okay, sure. I know about that. But why do you care?
You're going to give me that contract.
Ray was one of my men, so the way I see it, I should be the one to collect on him. I have been looking for him for a long time, after all, and you needn't worry. I just want to make sure he's properly taken care of.
You're not interested in Ray. You're only interested in the reward, so cut the raptor shit and give me the contract.
Well, before you start turning hostile, you'd better start thinking about where you are.
If you won't give me that contract, I'll take it from you.
That is bold. I'll look forward to seeing how you manage that.
I'll finish you.
great men fall when the power of ELEX is taken from them.
Zardom, once trusted advisor to the first Elexeter. And now here you are, out of Zakor, separated from the ELEX that gave you your powers.
I spent many weeks in fever, haunted by visions as the ELEX that had sustained me slowly drained away. But in the end, I have been able to find a way to live with it. Despite the withdrawal, Jax, I am all that I was. But you, Commander, your appearance tells me it's not going well for you. Has the transition to emotion, to free thinking, unsettled the great Commander Jax?
Don't worry about me. I can handle this.
Then tell me about your situation.
I don't have any reason to trust you.
We are both renegades now, cast out and hunted by our own people. We need to trust each other.
Perhaps. My raider was shot down. Calyx declared that I had failed my mission for the directive, and so must be executed. But I still live, and I am searching for the truth of what happened to me. I hope you can help me discover what that truth is.
You want my help with that? And what exactly is it that you think I can do?
Why were you exiled? You were an Elexeter, the highest rank and honor amongst our people, and yet you left Zakor. Why?
Tarek, the first Elexetor, is following a course with the other Elexetors that I cannot. His mind is clouded. He cannot see the bigger picture clearly anymore.
And what is the bigger picture?
You have spent enough time away from Zakor. You must see the directive with different eyes now. But I put myself into exile so that I wouldn't have to discuss such things. Maybe one day the time to speak will come, but that is not today. I have found my place out here, and I will keep my peace.
You cooperate with the Free People?
With some. They judge you for your deeds as an Elexetor.
They fear you?
Yes. As I said, it was difficult at the beginning. There were some who recognized me, but I have kept my identity from most. I want to live in peace here.
Help me reach the Ice Palace.
You know unauthorized access to the palace is impossible. Without the correct codes, you won't get past the first defensive wall. The automated defenses will kill you before you get close.
Then I will give you the access codes.
From who? Any Alb who identifies you as a renegade will attack you immediately. How will you get the access codes without fighting our own people?
I will have to find another way to get the codes.
That should be the last of your worries. You have other things to achieve first. However, the fact remains that you will need to lure soldiers from their positions in Zakor. Soldiers who are sent into the lands of the Free People rarely carry the codes to the inner areas of the Ice Palace. But then you know that better than I do, Commander. The security of the Ice Palace matters greatly to the Albs.
What would make the troops leave Zakor?
The directive, the great plan, and the highest goal of all Albs. ELEX must continue to be extracted. They will only leave their fortifications in great numbers if something interferes with the directive.
And the only way I can think of to stop the flow of ELEX into the Ice Palace is to destroy or deactivate the converters.
That makes sense.
The converters are heavily guarded.
I would expect so. But the influence of the Albs is not as strong as it once was in the lands of the Free People. Losses have been high, and the Free People have become more organized, at least within their factions. Some converters have maintenance issues, or have been shut down, like the one in Edan. But none of that is helpful as long as enough ELEX is still reaching the Ice Palace.
I need weapons, and a way to improve my fighting strength.
ELEX withdrawal has made both of us weak. You will need to spend your time and your strength wisely.
Tell me more about your past at the Ice Palace.
I already told you. I have left that past behind me.
You can't deceive me. You want to take power in the Ice Palace.
What makes you believe that?
The Separatist leader, Sestak, told me. So what is it that you want? Are you planning war against the hybrid?
And you believe Sestak?
He didn't give me a reason to doubt his words. I trust him.
And how am I supposed to wage war? One alb against Zakor? All I would gain is my own death. I have my new life here. That is what matters now.
It's obvious that you are hiding something. You are more powerful than you appear. You speak of ELEX withdrawal and the doubt that plagues you, but none of that fits your appearance, your confidence, or your character. So drop the lie. We both know the truth, Zardom. You didn't stop consuming ELEX when you left Zakor. You found yourself a source somewhere, and you have kept your strength. You can still cast magic.
I'm not the one pretending to be something I'm not, Commander.
What are you really doing out here, Zardom?
And what is it that you want, Jax? We all must find our own path as this world changes.
So you do want to challenge the hybrid?
Challenge? You say that as if it's unthinkable for an alb.
For me?
The time is coming. We are close to achieving our evolution. But our enemy is close to completing his work as well. Find Thorold, discover his secrets. I must know what he intends before he dies. You may have lived your life in thrall to that machine, but the Albs existed before the hybrid took control. When the Albs searched for an identity, it was the hybrid that gave it to them. He gave us all worth through war.
Don't pretend you want peace, Zardom. That I won't believe.
The hybrid's last orders to you were to kill Thorold the Pilgrim, leader of the Berserkers, yes? But did he tell you why he ordered that?
And who should rule the Albs? You? It seems many in Zakor are beginning to question the hybrid's rule, but none have given me answers. None have said what the hybrid's plan is, or how they think they can better it. What is it we've fought for, Zardom? Don't you at least want to know that?
While First Alexator Tarek follows blindly, I want answers. But I tell you, the hybrid won't give them to you. He only wants power for himself, and it will be the ruin of our people.
Ruin? Why not victory?
You know the directive requires all ELEX must be delivered to the hybrid. He says he must reach the peak of evolution perfection to secure the future of our people. But what will be left of our world at the end of this war for ELEX? All ELEX means exactly that, all the ELEX on Magalan. But do you think that the hybrid will ever be satisfied? What will happen when it has consumed all the ELEX on Magalan? What then, Jax?
So you think the hybrid is lying? That it has a different goal for the directive?
I don't question his goal. I question our place in it. Do you believe that when the hybrid evolves, the Albs will serve at his side? After it has kept the truth and power for so long that its drive for ELEX will just stop? No, Jax. After we have exploited the lands of the free people, the hybrid will only have one source of ELEX left. Us. The First Alexator Tarek is too blinded by the hybrid's promises to see that. But I know that once he is done with the rest of this world, the hybrid will extract the remaining ELEX from us. He will feed his evolution.
You claim you are doing this for the Albs, but then you're prepared to kill them for your own cause?
It is a sacrifice that is painful to all. But The hybrid has blinded many of our brothers. There is no way to free all Albs. But with the blood of those who serve the hybrid, those lives will save others. But you will need to decide who you will back soon. The hybrid has sent a force of combat mechs and soldiers to advance inland into northern Abessa. This force must be stopped. Otherwise, they will tip the balance of power in Abessa in favor of the hybrid.
How do you plan to attack Zekor?
The only thing that would drive the hybrid soldiers from the Ice Palace is to stop the flow of ELEX. The converter in northern Abessa is strategically important. If we could shut it down, that would show the Albs the limits of the hybrid's power. It would give us a chance to persuade others of our cause.
If you want war, then where is your army? You were revered in the Ice Palace. How many Albs still follow you?
None. My soldiers stayed in Zekor. Such is the power of ELEX. Such is the power of the hybrid. It takes those with will to see the truth. But I'm not without power. I do have a force that is loyal to me. I have the strength to return to Zekor, to strike at the hybrid.
If it isn't in Zekor, then where are these soldiers?
I have told you my aims. I have told you that I have the resources to achieve them. For now, I will concentrate on building resources here in the lands of the free people. If you will play your part in the struggle that is to come, then I will tell you this. There is a camp in the mountains between Idan, Abessa, and Tavar. The people there are independent and fight for their own cause. They are a force waiting for a leader. You should seek them out. Perhaps there you can find what I have, a base of operations. Perhaps then you will see what I mean more clearly.
So, will you admit that you have kept the powers ELEX gives you?
If you think I can acquire enough ELEX to maintain my own strength, you are mistaken. Yes, I continue to consume ELEX, pure ELEX, but I have only enough to reduce the impact of withdrawal. If you are looking for magic outside Zekor, then you will have to look to the Berserkers of Idan.
Is Berserker magic as strong as the Albs' magic?
Some of them are very effective. Their mana has allowed the magic of Idan to evolve a lot of power. I heard of a mage in the domed city with the power to fight an Alexitor. And as a Berserker living beyond the borders of Idan, she might have a more open ear than those living under Berserker law every day.
Are you allied with the Free People?
Our cause in defeating the hybrid matches theirs, but I will do nothing to endanger the future of the Albs. Each of the factions has their own motives which could prove dangerous to our people. I heard that the Duke of Tavar is constructing a bomb that is so destructive it could destroy a city. What we don't know is his target, or how an outlaw has put together the technology capable of this.
What if the Alexitors in Zekor learn of your plans?
Sooner or later, the Alexitors track down every Alb outcast. The question is whether or not we can survive until we are strong enough to be able to defend ourselves.
Do you think you have the strength to fight an Alexitor?
No, not at present. And you should know that an Alexitor has been seen near the domed city. I think he has picked up your tracks.
How do you know that?
You've hardly been discreet. But he only has suspicions that you survived. He has no proof for now. I would suggest you take care of him before he learns you really are alive. If the Alexitors were to discover that you live, then they would concentrate their powers against you. Now you know my thoughts. And it is time for you to tell me your plans. What is it that you want?
I want the person who got me into this situation. I want Calyx.
For what? Revenge? Your brother doesn't want anything to do with you. He sees you as a traitor. He will kill you the first chance he gets.
He's my brother. We fought side by side our whole lives. He has to listen to me.
And how will you get close enough to speak to him? He is protected by a whole unit of soldiers in combat mechs.
I will find a way.
Well, maybe I can help you, Jax. Support me in my cause, and I will make sure that you reach Kallax.
You think you can do that?
Yes. And you know I am your best option. I recommend that you take my offer.
You will have my support, but you will have to deliver Kallax.
Then help me achieve the things I need to turn the balance of power back in our favor. Help me shut down those converters and make the preparations you need to. Do that, and I will tell you how you can lure Kallax to you. For my part, I will order my forces to infiltrate Zakor. I want a better idea of what is happening in the Ice Palace and the readiness of its defense systems. I will see you back here once you have completed your tasks.
I have recruited a powerful mage from amongst the Berserkers. Her name is Kaya.
Good. And were you able to win her over to our cause?
The Berserker mage Kaya will help us.
We will need to call upon you when we face the Alexitors. Good. But I get the feeling you have more to tell me.
The Duke of Tavar's bomb was really a fighting machine. He developed it with a cleric prisoner with the aim of attacking the Horde in Ignadon.
Developed? Does that mean the danger is now gone?
Yes.
Good. Then we have one less threat to worry about. You have made progress, but there are still things to be done. I will be here waiting for you once you have completed the tasks.
Judicator Ulbricht is looking for an experienced field commander to lead his troops against the Alps in Ignadon.
Then you must find someone from among the Free Peoples. The clerics will never follow an Alb.